shit company is going to pay them 15. And there's a lot more shit companies out there than there are good companies.
Hey, where do we want to put, what is this, gravel?
Wait, what are we talking about now?
A minimum wage.
Crushed granite. Where do we want to put crushed granite?
I have no idea.
Crushed granite. Dang, I really don't know.
Nothing? Nowhere? Okay, I'll just hide it somewhere back here in this mountain.
Yeah, for now.
So if I start needing it later on, I'll go grab it myself. But I think the only thing I can use it for with masonry is there's a thing later on where I can turn the crushed granite and crushed stones into one of the cement mixtures.
Hey,
I don't
I need your mining skill over here.
What do you need? Where are you?
Top of this mountain. Up the ladder.
Okay.
I need it flattened.
All
It's
right.
not that big. It's not that big. If you swim around the backside, it's not that big.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Let me finish up the area I'm using for my house real quick, because I'm just really coming back on. So.
No, you're having me. Look at me. I am the captain now.
Well, luckily I'm no longer enlisted, so I don't give a fuck who's the captain.
What were you when you were enlisted? Infantry?
I was a mechanic.
Oh, mechanic. Yeah.
Yeah. Made it all the way to E5 and decided when I went to doing more admin bullshit than mechanics, I decided that was not the route I wanted to go, and
Bounced.
yep. Let my ETS date come around, and I just didn't sign for more. I didn't like the administrative and the paperwork bullshit, and like nothing against, nothing wrong with anybody that does. I liked
You
being in the
personally
shop.
Don't like it.
I liked being in the shop.
Oh, you should like taking shots.
That too.
Okay, no, you like being in the shop. Okay.
Yeah. And I started seeing like at E5, you don't have a whole lot of stuff you're doing in the shop or that you're doing admin wise, but you do get a chance to kind of see how it goes as you progress, and it just gets worse and worse as a mechanic.
Aren't you like E5, Garth?
He's 7,
He's E7.
so he does a lot of admin bullshit, I'm guessing.
It's basically my job now, but I don't mind it.
And like I said, I'm glad there's
I love
people.
the job, but I got sick of doing the same shit over and over and over for 6 years. So it was a nice change of pace.
And like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm glad there are people like you that enjoy that. Because, that's what keeps shit functional. I just, personally, I can't stand it. I go crazy in an office.
I'm about to say I enjoy it. It's nice to do something different.
Oh, I'm too hungry to work. Our food guy's not feeding me.
It's the fucking hungry guy's not eating.
Oh, hey, we had another skill book.
Yeah, I made the carpenter one.
Yay, I get more papers that I can use to claim property that I'm not going to use. Okay, that's the raw food, I'm guessing.
Alright, let's see if this room is even big enough for this. Let's see here. Good. We're halfway.
Now, the logs we have, are they all, right now, the softwood? Alright. That means I don't have to deal with color changes.
Yeah, this should all be the same.
Oh, so I figured out something that I did that was kind of stupid today. I've been doing the whole YouTube Shorts thing a lot. and the last 3 videos that I released, because shorts are a beta feature right now, they're only really active in India. So we have to tag our videos. Like if you're not there, you have to tag your video as a short. I've been forgetting to tag mine.
Oh, really?
So I've been just uploading 17-second videos that weren't actually getting the exposure they're supposed to.
That's pretty funny.
I think one more. I'm gonna go one more back. Yeah, I was looking at them and I was like, this is kind of weird because some of them have, like, I've got one that's got almost 1,000 views, and some of the others are doing, you know, pretty good. And then the last few of them I put out just weren't.
I'm gonna make level 5 on my wood chopping. God damn it! Today, it's gonna happen.
Hey, there's a big redwood tree on the top of this little mountain that needs to get chopped down.
We're trying to not chop those because they're gonna go extinct.
Chop down all the redwood, aren't you? What are you doing on top of this mountain?
Well, I need to clear off the trees so I can level the mountain.
Oh,
Why do we have to level the mountain though? That was something like I understand we were going to, but I don't know why.
I'm leveling this mountain to this height, where the ladder ends.
Okay. My question still stands. I don't understand why.
Oh, so I can build up here?
and that's what I asked. What are you building up here?
I'm probably actually going to put the farm up here.
Okay. Now see that's gotcha.
I don't know yet. It's either farm, it's either just the bushes, the berries.
As long as we have something that's actually getting like put there.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not just doing this just to do it.
I don't like it. Level it to the ground.
No. That's a lot of leveling. Do we have any more of that plant fiber, wood pulp, all that fun stuff?
A little bit. Check this. Yeah, got a bunch back here. So in the very back by Trav's place, there's random plants and seeds and shit.
Okay.
There's a bunch of it.
Oh yeah, that will actually work perfect for what I needed. Thank you.
All right, well, let me repair my axe and then I'll try to knock out my big one.
I'm coming for more food because labor to make mortar is actually a very expensive thing. I'm kind of in the same boat you are on the gathering skill though, Garth. I think by the end of the day I'll probably have mining up to at least a lot higher than it should be, I feel like.
So that means we're going to have 18 billion stone that we can't use for anything yet.
Until I get masonry.
We'll get masonry already.
Well, see, the server setting that we used that would have
Just
allowed that
get
just
it.
breaks it. Well, that's why I'm making mortar and collecting stone now, is so I will have all the stone I need for that. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my 21 plots of land, though.
I want nothing.
I'm gonna claim everything. I am actually probably about to start breaking these stockpiles down into, like, granite in one, basalt in the other. Because I'm running out of space.
You're welcome.
I will say, I would rather sit here and break granite all day than basalt. Because I go through quite a bit of rock just repairing pickaxes on basalt.
We have one slot left for stone.
Okay, so are we still filling in that one valley full of dirt? Alright, good, because I have another facing off this cliff that's going into the stockpile. And I think I'm going to build my house, like, directly in front of this little mining area. And then I'm probably going to build a back door to it, going off into that. Like, for no other reason than why not. It doesn't have an actual purpose to doing it that way. But I'm probably going to start digging down here pretty soon to see, like, how far I need to go before I start getting metal. Because for the next, not the next skill that I'm looking at, but one that's probably three away, I'm going to have to start finding metal.
I think we might need it before then.
I was looking at getting masonry with the skill point tomorrow. Advanced masonry right after that. Shit. Roots are too strong. And then after that, or after advanced masonry, grabbing metallurgy. I'll look at them though and see like if metallurgy or advanced masonry would be better first. Either way, to get some of the stuff I need for metallurgy and for smelting, I have to have at least masonry level 1.
I honestly think it's going to be beneficial to start searching for metal now.
I'm going to start searching as soon as I get my house built. Like, that's what
If we can break it with a stone pickaxe.
I think we can. What I'm talking about, what I was thinking though is like, I think some of the items you need to process metal are part of the masonry.
I'm not worried about processing it right now. Just bulking up.
Oh yeah, I am gonna, like I say, once I get my house built, that's the next thing I'm doing is digging down and looking for that. I've got this area right here that's a pretty decent vein that I think I can follow down. At least I think it's a pretty decent vein. It looks like it should be. Because it looks like it comes out the other side of the mountain as well. Or hill. If not here... then over by where I was piling up dirt earlier would be a good one, I think.
Alright, the trees are gone.
You want to grab another one?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What's that?
That one right there on the corner?
What corner?
Yeah, okay. I got all the dirt out of it that I can right now. Let me go...
There's a big one? Again? Damn, we're cutting down every single fucking...
No, no, no. The one up on top. Right here. Where are you? Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I wasn't planning on cutting down any more of the ancient ones for a while. I would like to keep them.
Well, I mean, the ones that are in the way, I don't really care. Like, let's just get rid of them at this point, but...
Right, but I'm just saying, like...
the way, I'm not cutting them down.
And that's kind of what I mean. I would like to avoid, like... I would like to avoid driving anything extinct.
I need to...
I don't know. If we find any snakes in the game, I am more than fine with driving those to extinction.
My mom, my dad, they're something special.
Most parents are.
They, my mom and my dad both suffer from this thing where they say a name of something, and we're automatically supposed to know what they mean by it.
What?
I'm pretty sure you do that too.
No, my mom just said KFC in a text. Now, in the past, this has meant, hey, I'm getting KFC, do you want KFC? Or hey, I have KFC, do you want some because it's already here?
Okay.
I just had to ask, I'm like, are you asking if we want KFC and, like, you're at the place getting it, or are you telling us you already have it and it's here? I always have to ask the question when they send this. My dad learned after about 2 or 3 times. My mom was never going to figure it out.
And how big have we been making the floors, Garth?
What's that?
How big have we been making the houses, the rooms?
I made
Mine's
my
6x6.
I made my floor 5x5 for my bedroom, like storage area. The bathroom is only 2x2, and my kitchen I think is 5x5.
Ooh, you expanded.
I mean, there's nothing else to do. So
Yeah. I'm looking up here. I'm like, I don't remember the place being that big. I mean, yeah, we also are gathering a bunch of shit and crafting a bunch of shit. What is y'all's timers at right now? For the next skill point.
7.5 hours.
9:20.
8:20. Do you have a housing bonus on yours, Gar?
No. I think it was just food.
Yep.
My food has been pretty close to 40.
Yeah, I'm at 36.9.
Oh, hey, hunger's getting to me. Good lord, I'm just like yeah. I can't keep fed right now.
Hey, Garth. Do you have that thing that most of us have in our family that if we eat after 7 o'clock, it's hard for us to go to sleep?
No.
Okay. I don't personally have it. My brother and my dad does. After 7 o'clock, they start eating. They can't go to sleep because, you know, their stomach starts feeling upset or some weird way. I'm like,
Sounds like weakness to me.
yeah.
Same with people that get headaches. It's called weakness.
Yeah, when I start to get a headache, I just stop. And I don't. I don't get them.
If I get them, I don't know I get them. Because I'm not weak. It's like people who need caffeine too. Weak.
Yeah, I'm drinking a Diet Coke right now.
Although I'm pretty sure I'm addicted to caffeine. I wouldn't say I need it, but like in the morning, I don't.
I don't need it in the morning. I just like the taste and enjoy it in the morning. For all I know, I mean, I could drink
I'm more
decaf.
the Coke or sweet tea guy. Not really caffeine.
I can go and drink, you know, decaf coffee in the morning. It's not a problem.
I don't like cocaine, but I enjoy the smell.
Man,
I also don't drink energy drinks or anything. So.
I stopped. Every now and then I might.
Yeah, I'll keep my vices, thank you.
Smokers. I don't
What?
need nicotine to make me run either. Weakness.
Okay. I mean, you're not gonna make me feel bad.
Do you grow your own tobacco?
No.
So what tribe are you from?
Choctaw.
What?
Choctaw?
I
I feel like that's a chocolate. You made that up.
I mean, to be honest, I've never heard of it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I've never heard of it. What part is it from?
Originally from Mississippi, but, you know, they moved us all to Oklahoma. So,
Do y'all have a reserve out there?
not so much.
Specifically for you? No. Oh.
Given that, you know, Oklahoma originally was entirely supposed to be a reservation, the way it's set up is the tribes have a zone in the state that falls under their jurisdiction. Choctaws have 11 counties. Others have more or less. I think
So, let me ask you this. Do you think the white man should pay reparations to the black man?
no.
Okay. The reason I bring that up is, why the fuck are we still doing this for Indians?
Doing what? What do you mean?
Basically paying reparations to Indians. We still have, they still own land.
Natives. You gotta call them natives.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'm not PC in any way, but you're right. Native Americans. I mean, they basically have their own land. It's not, I mean, it is part of the United States, but I guess it's not. Like, they're treated completely different.
It's okay. Reservations. I don't know so much about the way they function legally. with the area of Oklahoma, I can tell you exactly why it is the way it is. That is because when everything was going through, the United States government signed a treaty with the Indian nations. They did not annex the Indians. They signed a treaty with them. And they are still bound by that treaty the same as they are by any treaty with any foreign government. We are still a sovereign nation within American territory.
Yeah, damn treaties.
Yeah. I know we have the Navajo Nation out here, and it's a fucking joke. They sit there and they bitch and whine that, oh, we don't have power, we don't have postal service doesn't come out here, we don't have running water. What fucking fault is that? Maybe if you didn't own that land completely, you could be on the rest of the fucking power grid like the rest of Americans.
Minus Texas.
I mean, Texas is on a power grid.
I mean, yeah, true.
Navajo Nation could have done that. But
Yeah,
instead, they just scream that, oh, you took everything from us. Like, motherfucker, that was a couple hundred years ago. A couple hundred years ago.
What, 200? 300?
Like, you
Yeah.
you're saying you can't dig yourself out of a hole in a couple hundred years? Come on now.
You can't? The other ones could? Because they have casinos?
Navajo Nation's a disaster, though. There's only a small chunk of it in New Mexico.
So is there still like a tribe, like, chieftain? In y'all's, like, group? I
Yes,
don't know.
but we generally elect them now.
Oh, okay. It's dope.
I don't know. I'm weird though, cause like I have no.
Yeah, you're all weird.
So there's what I was trying to say. Let me just explain a little bit better. Some of our friends posted they're from El Paso, Texas, which is basically southern New Mexico, right?
Yeah.
And they just put an article like "good for our hometown," blah blah blah. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Looked it up and it was uh, the city or whatever of El Paso is basically has uh, made a process, I guess. I don't really fully understand it, but for the people that had a hard time signing up to get registered for the COVID vaccine, and it's kind of like how the Democrats see like the black community, in the sense that, oh, they're impoverished, they don't have access to all these things, and then you see the videos of like them going to like the ghettos of cities and asking like, do you have an ID? It's like, yeah. Like, who doesn't have an ID? Like, do you know where to get an ID? Yeah, go down the street to the DMV. Like they just treat these people like they're morons, and I'm just confused. Like, why couldn't they get registered? I'm lost for this vaccine. Like, I don't understand. Are these people dumb? Because I feel like that's how people are treating them. Like, no, they probably don't want to do it. They're too lazy to do it. Or
This is El Paso we're talking about. They're kind of not that smart over there.
I'm just confused at how people think. Like, watch it, Wolf. Like, as a kid, kids are stupid. Like, let's say high school. High school kids are stupid overall. They think they're smart, but they're stupid.
Yeah, once they
And
get kicked into the real world, they're like, what the fuck did I do? No, they're
so
not.
the thing is, like, you tell them, hey, you need to register for the draft. Okay, let's use that as an example. Do they know how to do that? No. But once you tell them how to do it, it's either they go do it or they act like they don't know what they're doing, which is pure laziness. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a difference. There's a difference between I am incapable of doing it for whatever reason versus I don't want to do it. It seems like too much work.
I forgot when I signed up. I forget if I did it.
It's easy.
I-
They send it in the mail.
I was
Like,
gonna say something came in the mail for me, I believe.
it's not hard. They send it to you in
Yeah.
the mail.
I just filled it out and then sent it back in.
Yeah.
I say I actually went down to the post office to do mine,
Hmm.
but
There you go.
But like it's
Garth is older than I am.
You know what I mean? Like, but I guarantee you, there's people out there that are I'm not gonna fucking do that, and then use the excuses. I'm pretty confident. Like we were talking before, selfish and just people are just pure lazy.
And you know,
Pure
also
simple.
gets me going, right? Is when there's a lot of people I knew, right? That just came out of high school, whatever, right? And started doing the voting. They're like, oh, you know, I didn't register to vote and all that. I'm like, when you went to go get your driver's license, they asked, hey, do you want to register to vote? When you get your license.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to do
Like, there's
anything
no
extra.
excuse. And now all you gotta do is show your ID now.
But that's like me. Like I'm kind
Yeah.
of pissed off because I need to get my truck registered, and it's almost the end of the month, like 2 days, right?
Oh, are you stuck on that whole thing thing too?
I went down there to get it registered, and they do it by appointment. So I had to leave a voicemail saying I need my shit registered. This was like 4 days ago now, the beginning of the week. And they haven't called me back. So I'm going out of town next week. So I'm going to be driving my truck that is not registered because they haven't called me back yet.
Yep. Since the end of February for me.
Same thing. I'm putting some in this place. For Texas, since I got rid of my truck, right? I couldn't find the fucking title, right? So I had to go and set an appointment online, the DMV. Right? Just went online. It was fucking quick and easy. To set it up, shit like that, right? I walked in. My appointment was at 10:30. I walked in, and this ain't no place where you normally take your to get your driver's license. This is like some other place. 'Cause usually you go to a DPS office. This one was the actual DMV office. And I walked in. I kid you not. It was supposed to be at 10:30. I walked in at 9:15. Right? Because I was like, oh, let me just clock in saying I'm here. Right? I was like, I'm already here. I had the whole day off. I get there, like, oh yeah, just come on in. I'm like, what the fuck was the whole appointment thing for?
Yeah.
Like, I'm already like almost like a whole hour early. Like, what the fuck was that for?
Well, New Mexico is stupid. They don't even have a DMV that's run by the government.
What?
So like.
It's
no, they don't.
privatized.
Yeah, it's privatized.
Stupid.
So when I first got here, I looked. Okay, where do I go? Oh, this place. And then they're like, oh, they charge a ridiculous fee to do any of the shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I went on base, didn't know that is government, but it's still like run by the base. It's still a fucking disaster. Like it's just absolute shit.
Yeah, but I will give them credit though. All right, they only have like X amount of people inside the building. I walked in and then walked out 5 minutes later with a fucking title in my hand. It was so quick. It's like, why don't y'all just set up more appointments? They didn't like this place is empty.
That's what I was bitching about when I went there because I called the number and I waited outside hoping that they would fucking like let me in and kind of do something along that lines. And no, they never did. They had a couple appointments. I'm like, okay, fine. But I was expecting them to call me back immediately because I left a voicemail. They still haven't called me back. 4 days.
Hey,
And I went home and I'm like, this is bullshit. There's 4 fucking people in there. They're taking one every half an hour.
Oh, they're timing it out to make it look worse than it is.
What happened? What's going on there?
nothing. Just
Yeah. No, that's pure. It's the government, pure laziness. That's really what it comes down to. It's just straight pure laziness. I don't want to fucking work any harder than I have to. So
is this an extra stone or an extra hue log thing? Another stockpile of hues.
Another stockpile of them?
Yeah, are you moving the stockpile? What are you doing here?
I added one and I'm just lining them up. So it'll be wood and then logs.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have an extra log one.
No, I'm gonna rename that to something else.
Oh, slide it over. Got it.
God, there's so many things. There's so many moving pieces in this right now.
I got
just
some more logs.
work on this.
I'm waiting on stones to finish processing right now, and then I'm probably gonna do bordered stones, and then do
Wait, so the Navajos don't have a post office over there, or do they?
They don't. I mean, so the post office, it's all that shit's run through the government, and they don't pay the same property taxes out there. It's separate. It's not. So the government owns all land minus like, you know, the reservations, right? Because if you stop paying property taxes, you lose your land. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't actually own any land in America, right? You're renting it. You're leasing land. So they don't do that. So they don't pay any taxes towards that. So they don't get the mail going out there. Plus, most of them, it's literally shacks in the middle of fucking nowhere, and you know they're generally poor because they live off their paycheck from the, you know, like he said, the tribe, which is pretty much nothing.
I was gonna say that's the thing. I don't know what theirs are. I know we don't get like a check from the tribe. We get benefits from I get benefits from the tribe, but we don't get money from ours. So I don't know what theirs are.
I mean, it's not. You can go there. They're poor. Most of the people in the hospitals, my wife lives in the hospital, they're extremely poor. They don't pay for insurance. They don't have anything. They still get care. You know what I mean? Like that's what I don't understand. If you go to the hospital when you're sick, like literally, like you're sick, you're gonna get care.
Well, here's one other thing for you. If and people can take this as they will. In America, a lot of hospitals are run as nonprofit organizations. If you go on the website of your hospital that you're going to and look up their financial aid sheet, it will actually tell you what their process is for if you don't have insurance and you are, you know, low income or poor.
Yeah.
And generally, like, I know Mercy is the one we have around here, and I looked theirs up just out of curiosity. If you make 200% of the federal poverty line or less, any care you receive, either hospital or through doctors in Mercy's network, is free. Like 100%, you do not pay a dime for it. If you make between 201% and 250% of the federal poverty line, you pay, I think you pay 20% for hospital stays and 30% for doctor's visits. And it's kind of like, you read into it how you will. It's a lot of it is the hospitals do that because they get tax breaks of being a charity.
Yeah.
But because they are listed as a charity, there are certain things they have to have, and that's one of them. Like they have to have a low income, no income bracket for their services. So for the people, you know, and that's one of the things that I know a lot of people don't know because I didn't know that for a long time. If you do have to go to the doctor and you live in an area where your hospital is a charity, like legitimately it's a 501c charity organization that runs it, you can probably be seen for free or an extreme discount. Because like 300% is where the discount cuts off for Mercy. 300% of the federal poverty line is for a single individual $46,000 a year. For a family, it goes up for every member of the family. So most people aren't going to, like, they're not going to be in the bracket that's actually going to, you know, not be eligible for it.
I don't know how we're expected as a society to pay for free healthcare for millions and millions and millions of people when we don't have a healthy lifestyle and we just fuck like rabbits and then pop out kids and can't afford to even take care of kids, let alone healthcare for kids or education for kids. Like, are we that rich of a country? Which we're not. I'm answering the question before, you know, as I ask it, but to just provide, you know, like the people that are saying, oh, just give everyone in the United States $1,000. Well, that's wealth distribution, and I'm not against, you know, yeah, they're billionaires. There should be no billionaires, but how do you get rid of them?
There is actually a solution on that one, and we had it for a long time in this country. If you own a
Here's where they
business,
tax them 70%. That's not real.
it was.
I mean,
No, it wasn't.
communism.
It wasn't. Do your research. It wasn't real.
It
Because
wasn't.
all they did, because you know what, you want to know what the solution is get rid of the bullshit fucking deductions and all the shit that makes, because the rich people don't pay taxes. So even when it was 70%, they still didn't pay taxes. And if you actually look at the numbers of how much tax per capita for like individuals that came in per population, it was actually a lot lower back then, drastically lower. It's not real. Because
It's
you know,
like
like
our-
look at Ford. Ford used to give cars like their Corvettes to these fucking people. Like that's how, instead of paying them money, which they got taxed on, like there's ways around it. If the government got rid of all of those and just a flat rate for all citizens, it would probably be better. I don't know if it would be, but it would probably be better. But the argument with a flat rate tax rate is that, oh, if you have $1 billion and you pay 10%, you're still going to be, you know, a multi millionaire. But if somebody who makes $40,000 a year has to pay $4,000, now they're only making 36,000. And I'm like, okay. Like I'm confused. Elon Musk is a billionaire because he created massive companies that are hiring massive amounts of people and, you know, fucking leading the world in innovation. Like, if we take away the incentives for these incredibly smart people that create products and companies that are beneficial to society as a whole or consumers as a whole, what's the incentive of becoming, you know, an entrepreneur and doing all this shit in America?
Well, I know for trying to remember how it was set up. Because I know my great grandfather owned a lumberyard, and he was honestly in this area one of the wealthier individuals. And his deal was at the end of the year, you know, toward the end of tax season, or when it, you know, when his taxes were coming due, he had to do like there were a lot of things he would have to do to get ready for it, because if he showed over a certain amount in profit, he was taxed at this obscene rate.
Yeah.
So what they did is they had a guy whose job was, you know, your job all year long, the only thing you're going to do for this is sweep the floor. Or like sweeping the floor, for instance. Like that was one, like there was one guy in his lumberyard that was his whole job, sweep the floor. About every 2 years he replaced his fleet of trucks. He, you know, there were things that he had to find ways to put it back into the business or into the community. He ran
That's all it takes.
he ran different housing programs or different ways, you know, to finance housing, things like that around here. And the reason he did it was because if he showed that as profit,
Yeah.
it was tax out the ass.
Taxes are tax deductible. So and there's so many ways around that. I mean, rich people will find a way as long as there is loopholes in it. And guess what? There's always going to be loopholes, because who the fuck is paying these fucking lawmakers? So there's no way of getting rid of it. But we're blaming the rich when, again, like I said before, if somewhere down the line you created let's say your YouTube channel takes off and you become a multi-millionaire, you're making $40,000 a month. I guarantee you're going to hire an accountant and you're going to fucking take advantage of all those loopholes.
Oh, I already know the one I would take advantage of the most.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what people are so obsessed. And apparently, that's a Republican mentality: is that, oh, that's never going to happen. Quit trying to say that. And I'm just saying, like, well, what happened to fucking equality? Like, if it's there, they're going to take advantage of it. Let's get rid of them so no one can take advantage of it, not just the rich. But again, never going to happen. You know, so it's
the tax 70% idea. Yeah, I you know, I get where you're coming from on that. It's unrealistic. It's not going to happen. I would,
and I don't think it's fair. Why should we tax somebody 70%? I personally believe it. A standard tax across the board, no brackets. Everyone should pay their fair share. Isn't that what we're always fighting for? Equality? Or is it just I don't want to pay any, somebody else pay them for me?
That's now
very
that
good.
is where a lot of people come into the argument, and that's what they're after. And it does make it difficult a lot of times to have a discussion about this kind of stuff because you've got people that are in it for the wrong reasons, or they. I say in it for the wrong reasons because it's really easy to say that when it's not relevant to your particular case, but you get what I mean. Like they're only looking into it to benefit them.
Well, let me ask you this. I don't know how much money you make, but would you consider yourself pretty well off?
Not as much anymore.
Okay. And I'm not trying to judge you for it. I'm just asking, why are you leaving the area? Why are you moving? You already kind of answered it before, but
Yeah, because work is pretty much dried up around here.
yeah. So there are so many people, and I've had this argument with many people, my mom being one of them, of like she tried to say like you've never been in that position where you're struggling, and I said, well, that's because I make good decisions. You moved me like my story. I got moved in high school, like the middle of high school, not before, the middle of high school into fucking rural ass Wisconsin,
Oh
Oh
shit.
yeah, I remember. That.
and there's no fucking work there because all the work is in Chicago. Okay, so it was like when I graduated high school, I tried to join the workforce and figure out what the fuck I was gonna do. Realized I'm fucked. Like I'm gonna work at fucking Target the rest of my life, or a lumber yard or something, which is fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but that's not what I want to do. I joined the army, and guess what? It opened up a ridiculous amount of doors. Obviously, you joined the army,
Yeah, I was gonna say I did it
and
for the same reason, honestly.
there's so many people that refuse to leave home. Refuse. Whether they're doing good or bad, they just refuse to do it. And I like, my mom tried, like, oh, you've never been in that situation. Well, I made good decisions. I didn't have kids when I was young. You know, we were smart about that. I made financially reasonably smart decisions. All this stuff. And I'm like, why can't people do that? And then I said, look at for Trav too. Look at Grandma and Grandpa. Where were they born? Well, Texas. Were they poor? Yeah, they were outhouse poor. Back in
Yeah,
the
no, they were
40s.
poor, poor.
And I'm like, and why? How the fuck did they wind up in Chicago area? Oh, they got into a fight with their family, and they were struggling, so they went where their work was, and there was work in Chicago. I'm like, there you go. They were poor, realized they're never going to get out of poverty in that area. They moved to where work was, and they're not poor anymore. Did they struggle? Yeah, but they had 7 kids. I mean, who the fuck isn't going to struggle with 7 goddamn kids?
My favorite part was when they came up here. They didn't buy just one plot of land. They bought 2 plots of land.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, like you said, if you
And
got
she
seven
kind of shut up
kids,
immediately. She shut up immediately because I'm like, that's all it takes. So many people refuse to pack up and leave and go to where the work is, and that's what I hate about cities. There is work in cities, but low, like labor and the cost of living. Just leave the area, go to the country. You'd be surprised at how much better off you are. You know what I mean? But no, it's selfishness.
now I will
People
say
don't want to fucking
I will say
change
when
their
you say
life.
go to the country, be careful where you choose to go in the country
Oh,
because
absolutely. Do your research.
I was say because that's I live in a very rural area right now and there ain't shit.
Yeah,
Well,
I live in a rural area as well.
so if you live in Chicago, you work outside in the suburbs of Chicago, right? It's extremely expensive in any city. Move to Nashville. Is it still expensive there compared to the country? Absolutely. Is it as expensive as New York City, LA, or Chicago? No. Like that's the thing. I have no I don't give 2 fucks about people that decide that I'm gonna be poor because that's what it is. They're deciding that. They don't want to put in the effort to get out of their situation and change things up, then that's on them. You know, it is what it is. And if they are happy, that's one thing. But if they're unhappy, don't blame everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my fault you're poor. It's not the taxpayer's fault. The government shouldn't be giving out handouts. That's not the government's job. Somehow that is turned into what the government's job is. But I don't know why. I like it, but I don't like it. Why'd you build it so high?
Because I'd already dug so much.
His foundation is above ground.
Oh, wow, okay. I still need your mining skills over here.
I should be finished up roofing my house shortly. Then it's just a couple of walls real quick, and I'll be ready to roll.
So whenever you're done, playing around with your house.
Some doors built. Where did I put them?
See, I wish I could do, like, bring it across here. But I can't actually, I can't figure out a way to link into the stockpiles. Where I could just drag.
Because you're not close enough.
Oh, is that all it is? Like, it's got to be up to it's got to be a certain distance away.
Yeah, for you to grab from it.
Yeah.
Or like other bins, yeah, it had to be a certain distance. Because you can't just, place a workbench on one end of the world and put a stockpile on the other.
Oh, no, I meant like if I was building. Is there a way to drag from a stockpile to do that?
Drag from a stockpile directly into your inventory without opening anything?
Yeah.
No. But if you place like a torch stand, then yeah, you can do it like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I was trying to roof the house, and I'm like, is there any way I could just, like...
Yeah, if you place on a torch stand, right? And then, like, open the inventory of it, you can drag.
Too hungry again. God, I burned through so much food today.
Oh man, I think I'm being.
Garth's burned through a lot.
Oh no, I don't doubt it. Oh, also,
Made
so
much wood, which we're actually pretty low right now.
yeah, I'm tearing through quite a bit of it, man.
Oh my god, the food stopped cooking. Okay.
And Garth, I don't know if you do much research for like SEO or anything like that for your channel.
For what?
For your channel, like for your stream.
SEO?
Search engine optimization.
No.
What the fuck is that?
I do quite a bit for YouTube.
Okay.
And I've been reading, and things like that, and people have been saying for the last couple of years that the tagging on your YouTube videos doesn't matter anymore, and it doesn't weigh in the algorithm or anything. So I've been running for the last 2 weeks a little bit of an experiment on my streams.
Yeah.
And those fuckers are lying.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't do anything on YouTube. I don't advertise myself a lot, but I'm not putting in the effort, so I'm not mad about not growing that big. Because I know this is just a side hustle, and I know it's going to be dying in comparison to what it is now soon. Because once I move, like I said, it's going to be down to maybe 2 nights a week.
Oh, yeah.
I'll still be playing games, but probably not streaming. Because I'll be having to go to bed at 10 to wake up at 5 again, and coming home at 6 and eating dinner and relaxing for a little bit and playing some games and then going to bed again. So,
What the heck?
What?
Okay. Trying to repair my shovel, and it was doing some weird shit.
I was repairing my shovel as well too.
Oh, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. So I threw my shovel in there, right? And I was like, I hit repair. I'm like, oh. Well, I guess I gotta link storage boxes, right? Yeah, link the storage. And I go back into it after I linked it. I'm like, it's already repaired? What? I just dragged it out. And then I got out and I saw you were still standing there. I saw you put your pickaxe in, repair it, and leave and pull it out. I'm like, oh, okay, he's done.
No, I was doing my pickaxe, my shovel, and my hammer.
Yeah, I guess he went really done when I thought you were. Do you still have your shovel though, right? Didn't like yeet it off into existence.
I don't know. I don't know if I have the shovel that I built, but I have a shovel, which is really all I cared about. Like, I don't know if I got yours and you got mine, or if it did anything weird like that.
hey Trav, can we start making some, like, maybe a couple different fire pits and making some different stuff?
Oh yeah, I just need to make meat. And fish. I started making some other different types of foods.
Because I know we need a balanced diet to get the best benefits. So.
A little bit low on fat. A little
Right,
on fat.
right now, yes, we're very low on fat.
I mean, I can raise it up.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna help with the baby real quick, and then I'll be back on.
We need to do some hunting of animals.
Alright, and I'm back. Make sure Discord didn't throw me in the... Okay. I'll have to make sure Discord didn't decide that I'm going to go into the AFK box when I come back. Alright, so how are we doing on furniture?
We're not, because we don't have.
What do we need
I
for
don't
it?
have carpentry.
Oh,
With
okay.
Carpentry? Yeah. So we're not gonna get that till tomorrow, I guess. Which sucks, but not a whole lot I can do.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I think
keep
we
doing
made a
mortared
mistake
stone.
by taking the woodworking and the mining. We should have took carpentry and
Could we? I thought it was locked.
we had to build the thing and learn it, but
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, probably. I don't know. It shouldn't be that.
All right, restart the world.
Why do we? Or where? Who's making campfires?
I'm making campfires.
Okay. I just noticed it kept popping up in stone. I'm like, what the heck?
That's the first one on the list, so I prioritize to that box. Deal with it. You do not like it? I do not care. But I need you over here with your stone pickaxe thing.
All right, you still need me to go take on that mountain?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good lord, man. Hey Garth, I'm gonna borrow the extra stockpile for a little bit.
Why?
Because it's easier than hauling 20 stone down up top of this mountain every time.
Yeah.
You having trouble climbing up the ladder? You
Maybe
just
a little
walk
bit.
forward. You just walk forward. You don't need to jump.
Okay, tool strength is awesome on the perks.
See, I took the other one because I don't want to eat as much food.
Granite takes one hit from the pick now. You already get the food reduction bonus for the tools. The tool strength just ups you at one level.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the reduction, you get even more.
I think it's pretty close to even because like how many swings does it take versus how much food you take per swing. You know. But I took the food reduction instead.
Alright.
If 4 stone pieces drop from granite, how do I have 15?
What?
I don't know.
I'll be right back.
I'm not understanding what's happening.
Like, you get 4 per stone, right?
Yeah.
How do I have an odd number?
Oh, because I'm dropping, like, I'm just going through here one hitting every piece until it...
Well, I was over here on my end.
Oh, I don't know then. I know if you're picking up any over here, yeah, I'm just going through one hitting everything, and then going back later and cleaning it up. So there probably are odd numbers over here. I am gonna have to go repair my pickaxe here in a minute.
I'm the repairman, man.
I don't know, I could see the benefit of going to less food cost, but I feel like this one... I don't know.
You're just experiencing a noticeable difference versus the subtle difference.
Yeah. Very noticeable, because again, I hit these blocks once and they crumble. I'm thinking with the leveling up, this may pay out faster. Whereas guards may be a better idea over the long term.
You want some wood? There's a big log here.
Possibly in a minute. Oh, so did you guys read the patch notes for the Valheim update?
Is it out? Or
They updated. It's not the final yet. They made the bosses more difficult because people were blowing through them too quickly.
haha.
Yeah, the developer said that people were going through it too fast, so they made them more difficult. They tweaked some resistances, reduced some of their cooldowns, things like that. Bone Mass is apparently supposed to be a beast now.
What do you mean, like a beast?
Like he hits a lot more frequently, and he's got more hit. Motor's got more hit points. That was it.
As if I was gonna say, if Bomas wasn't a beast as he was.
So I'm gonna have to bring another stockpile up here, or not up here, but to the base of the mountain to actually do what I was trying to do. I also noticed I do use half as much food now doing it this way.
When did this tree get here?
I don't know what tree you're talking about. Oh, it was encased in stone. Like, it appeared when I started breaking the mountain off from around it.
Here's something. What happens if we sleep tonight?
Nothing. Fast forward is disabled on multiplayer servers. As far as, like, what happens with the meteor on the servers where you can, I don't know. It would be nice if there was some kind of rested bonus, though. Is the dirt at the level you're wanting the mountaintop at?
Right here. This, yeah.
Do it?
But I'm gonna need you to mine the stone that's on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like, if that's
Yeah.
where you want it, then I can go one down from that. Somebody just break a tool?
My shovel's broken. I'm too lazy to go back and fix it.
Oh, you're burning through extra food.
Okay. Fuck. I make the food. There's also only a little bit of dirt left.
Ah.
Oh, actually, there's a lot more dirt than I thought. I might have to go real quick. Let's try it here.
Hmm. I feel like this is kind of what they were warning us against in the, like, preserving the ecosystem. Oh, come on, get up on top of the hill. Come on now. Hey, Trav, you still down in the workshop?
I'm down here, yeah. I'm trying to figure out why this isn't perfect. It says it's missing stuff, but it's not.
The repairing the shovel?
No.
Oh.
There it goes.
Oh, hey, it broke the tree. Or just sent pieces of it falling. Probably shouldn't jump that far. There it is, stockpile. Okay. I couldn't remember what I was wanting to craft. So what's the food bonus you're sitting at?
38 too. Is it the same that you're getting?
No, I'm trying to see what's low on mine.
I mean, I'm low on fats.
Okay, yeah, I am too. I'm sitting at 1.7 on my fat, so I'm 36.4. Not too far off.
Yeah, I'm at 6.6 carbs, 3.7 protein. Fat, I'm at 1.9, and vitamins at 7.1. Balance multiplier 1.4. Base gain 12.
Okay, so you've got higher fat, lower carbs than I do somehow.
I ate different types of food.
Do what?
I made some different types of food, so I ate those
Hmm.
to increase my fat. Also, like lower my carbs.
Hopefully that other stockpile is ready soon, and I can start moving stone. Because we've got 3 spaces left.
Back.
Welcome back. Making pretty decent progress on Trav's Mountain.
Hey, you just finished it already. I thought you were like Speedy Gonzalez over here.
Would you like me to go away and let you finish off this base?
I mean, you were saying that you're breaking it one swing. I thought it was supposed to be quick.
Oh, I'm going quick. It's just I do still have to also, carry the rocks away.
Make him do that.
No, because then they end up scattered all over. He just, takes them and throws them off the edge of the mountain.
Exactly what I was going to do.
I'm just making a joke about you and your, dirt. Alright, I can hold 16 more in this, and then I've got to go get another stockpile to translate, or use as the go-between. Alright, let me see here. Okay, that's going to be more than I can carry. I'll be back in just a minute once I've had a chance to empty that out. Alright, go over the... Okay, there we go. That'll go a little faster. Although that is a lot more stone than I'm currently set up to hold.
Did you just move that one and put it there?
Yeah, so that I can now I can jump to this one, and because it's close enough to each of those, I can use that to just translate between them. Nope. Yeah, there it is. Okay. No, it's not. Dang it. It's just a little bit too far, so I gotta do this. I love the stockpile system in this game where you can switch without ever actually interacting with the one you're messing with. I just wish it were spaced a little differently, or like they were a little bit further apart. Hey Garth, you need to do any geology papers? Actually, shit, yes we do.
What's that?
I was trying to think if we needed any geology papers, and it dawned on me, like, yes, we actually do. We need them for metallurgy and for one of the others. So it's gonna be smelting needs advanced. Oh, and that needs mortared stone. Shit. Alright, what needs geology papers? We already have the farming skill book, Trav.
Yeah.
We already have masonry. It's geology advanced again. Okay. Alright, I've got 15 geology research paper basics going because we'll need them for a couple of things.
How'd you make those? What are they made out of?
Raw stone. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to call it a little early tonight, so I've got to go take care of the little one, and I do hope you're enjoying Eco. It's honestly a lot of fun. We will be playing this more and more. We've got 30 days till the meteor hits, and we're gonna do our damnedest to make sure it doesn't hit us. So, I just want to say I'll be back with more Eco tomorrow night. Look forward to seeing everybody then. Until then, as always, have a wonderful night.